53-51, Belgium on top of Slovenia here in the break between the third and fourth quarters. And, well, the way this game started, we thought Slovenia were going to run away with it. They're up 20-10 at the end of the first quarter. And then Belgium came storming back to lead at halftime. Slovenia reclaimed the lead. And third quarter, but then right at the end, Belgium came back, and now heading into 53-51. Remember, these two teams need to win this game if they want to have any hope of going to the Olympics.
Exactly, Jeff, and I think that's what's on their minds right now. Maybe a little bit more for Belgium, because I think they're the experienced team. They're the team that, you know, there's some people who thought that they had a good opportunity of getting gold. And right now, you see they only have a 2-point lead over Slovenia. The last 10 minutes, who wants it more is my question.
Yeah, that was a great block. I don't know if it was Messaman or Rahman, but Preza was blocked, and now Rahman runs the floor, and then Messaman hustles down and knocks it back outside. If she grabbed it, she might have been able to go up and score. Shot clock down to 4. Rahman goes baseline. Oh, the cutter, and I don't think she's got it off in time. Twelve turnovers against Belgium, 6 for Slovenia. How long will it be before we see Alemang re-enter the game? She's been really the star performer today for Belgium. Now a foul by Delors.
Almost in every quarter, we've seen Slovenia be able to come out, and they were the aggressives. They were scoring, they were getting up. And then it's as though near the end of the quarter, they take their foot off the gas a little bit and let the other team come back.
Well, here's Oblak, goes up with the left hand. Evans there for the putback. We got a tie game, folks. 9 minutes remaining. Julie Van Loo. Rahman open. Misses badly, and a great box out by Lisets.
You know, that's her second air ball from 3 in this half, Jeff. So
I don't think it's her strength.
I don't. And you know what she's been really good at for this team, though, is penetrating aggressively, because she has the ability to finish, but also the ability to pass. And we saw her 2 possessions ago in the third drive aggressively and be able to pass to the cutter going to the basket. And I think that's what she needs to you know, go back to do for this Belgian team.
Yeah, Rahman came into this quarter having scored 4 points, had 5 rebounds, 3 assists. So she's been helping in a variety of ways. Now Oblak feels the defense and goes up and is fouled by Delors. Terrific, terrific play by Oblak. Took the contact. Now with a chance for a 3-point lead. And once again, it seems almost as if Belgium a little bit out of sync offensively. Here's some full court pressure. Now if they beat the press, they can hustle up. And Truskevich gets back to play defense on Mestat. And the pass back to Rahman. Alemang, all about driving in. Rahman this time doesn't settle for the 3. Goes in and blocked by Evans. Oblak again. She's had some joy getting it inside, but then she tried to get it to Evans, and Messaman steals the ball, and she handles the ball so well she's able to bring it up and draw the foul on Oblak.
You know, we saw her on offense. You said, look at those hands. And she just has, there you see the, maybe Evans got a little bit away with one. I thought it was a great job by Rahman of attacking the basket instead of settling for the 3. But Emma Messman, you know, we talk about how good she is, how good her hands are on offense after a pick and roll or a cut to the basket. It also translates to defense as well. She's able to get touches on the ball, steals, and then her dribbling, her ball handling ability.
Rahman, maybe more of her range there. Just on the edge of the lane, drilling it. By the way, that was Oblak's 4th foul, so that is a player they do not want to lose.
No, and you know, we haven't seen Baric yet.
Oh, she gets blocked by it. Messamon, well guarded by Naulas, and chance to go in front.
Two of the leaders, two of the...
Alamon jumper, good! Belgium in front, and Damir Grgic has to burn another timeout.
I mean, I almost feel like he has to go with Oblak and Baric, even though both of them do have... I think right there you see Oblak get blocked by, I'm going to believe it's Messman.
Yeah, it was Messman.
It's 1-on-2 against a very good defender, and then look, this is what happens when you come down. Julie Almond, open shot. I mean, I know you got to be aggressive and you got to try and score if you're Slovenia, but
hey, when it's slow pick and roll,
it's kind of go time. And in my opinion, I think coach needs to put Baric back in the
she
game.
Will get the ball. Try to pass the ball down. Okay.
This is do or die, right?
Yeah, it is.
So here you see the rebounding, slight advantage for Belgium. 10 offensive rebounds. That surprises me. Going into this game, I probably would have said Belgium had the advantage on the O glass. But a lot about rebounding is hustle.
Field goal percentage slightly better for Belgium, but Slovenia with more makes. It's Belgium with a 1-point lead. More success at the free throw line tonight. So you're right, Baric back in the game. It's go time, now or never. Oh, beautiful pass from Evans. Great cut by Prezel.
And what I love is almost every time Slovenia calls a timeout, they come out and execute perfectly on offense. There you see 11 points for Prezel. She started the third really well, and then again they went away from her, I believe.
Alamon not as successful here in this half as she was in the first when she had 16 points. Almost a steal, but three-pointer was there. Good box out. And the ball goes back to Belgium. Alamon with
22 points. I mean, it's not that bad of a day's
6
work.
points in the second half.
And you know, we talked about Alamon and her performance at last year's FIBA Women's World Cup.
How about Sinichar coming off the bench and making a big block? Apparently she's
and here, you know, you got to be
school.
careful. There's 3 seconds on the shot clock.
Messamon puts it up, drains the jumper.
And who do you go to?
Well, that's called being aware of the situation. Good hands, but Evans comes up with it, and Rahman called for a foul.
And you know, I don't disagree with that foul because I think Slovenia have had a couple calls go against them that were very similar type situations. So, you know, we always talk about, you and I, Jeff, maybe refs make mistakes here and there during the course of the game, but it typically evens out.
Prezel misses now. Rebound and run for Alamon. Evans back on good job on defense. And this time, Sinichar, a little bit of contact with Mestag, and Mestag draws the foul.
She might have run into her own teammate here. Yeah, tough situation.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. Well, it's going to be Heartbreak Hotel that one of these teams will be checking into after tonight's game. I'll tell you that right now. 5.5 minutes remaining. It's a 1-point game. Shot clock winding down. Alamon goes in with the left hand. Good strong rebound by Pliskowitz. Prezel. Over to Baric. Evans working on Rahman for three. Short.
Maybe that's why she didn't shoot threes. She was just
Just
a little short. The shot looked great,
inches.
yeah.
A couple of inches further out.
And you know, I don't think coach is too happy with that offense by Slovenia. The last possession. I mean, you saw Baric try and go one-on-one, didn't have anything, and then sort of Evans had to settle for a shot because of this shot clock situation.
Mesdag has to come out and take the ball from Rahman. Not much time on the clock. Mesdag nowhere to go, tries to split the defense. Great defense by Slovenia. And Baric has to hold it up. Oh, she gets inside. Oh, she this time decided to take it to the rim. And it's Slovenia back in front by one.
And look, Baric is guarding Alemund right now. And she is nowhere even close to her. It's sort of a matchup zone type situation that Slovenia has decided to try and play here tonight.
Off target for Messamon, and now here's Baric again. She drives in, hands it off to Evans, and she draws the foul and earns a trip to the line.
And I mentioned at the beginning of this quarter, who wants it more? And this little stretch right here by Slovenia, I think you see them being the aggressors, on defense. Great job on defense against Kim Mesdag trying to drive to the basket there. You saw Baric's take. You saw a take by Evans. She didn't settle for an outside shot. She went aggressive, and I've always talked about how, defensively or offensively, whoever decides to be more aggressive usually gets the advantage. They get the call for them, whether it's defensively, you come up with a steal or you get a stop. Offensively, if you go aggressively, you're more than likely going to draw a foul or get a good look or open something up for your teammates. And that's what you saw by Evans taking a great defender in Emma Messman off the dribble.
Great view there by the spider cam. Now the Slovenian fans are up, starting to believe this could be their year. And Evans takes it to a 3-point advantage. Alemund penetrates, gets it back to Messamon. The pass to Pilar. Messamon, oh boy. Prezel almost getting the steal. Messamon hands it off. Boy, what patience and what a finish.
I don't even know what to say about that. I think it was actually great defense.
It was. I mean, Prezel almost got the steal.
Maybe even better poise by Belgium.
Yeah.
It wasn't the best offense, but a lot of poise by a good Belgium team.
Yeah, you're right. And Baric for three. And the box out. So you said it beautifully. I mean, it was great defense and beautiful poise by Belgium.
And we have 3 minutes left in this game, and I'm wondering if experience.
Mesdag drives in, can't get it to go, and Evans with the rebound. She's hounded down low. Slovenia appealing for a foul, and they finally get it on Messamon. Referees giving some looks over there at the Slovenia bench because they were definitely shouting for a foul to be called here.
And I think you see the Slovenian fans approach the bench getting up in arms because Slovenia do commit a lot of fouls. I think they're aggressive and I think they're warranted fouls, but they're probably like, hey, how come we can't get a couple fouls? And you always, especially if you're the underdogs, which clearly this Slovenian team is here tonight and in this tournament, I might add, you always feel like nothing goes your way and people, referees always kind of want to protect the big teams. You feel like that as a player. So I understand why they were so energetic in asking for that foul call.
Evans makes 2 more big free throws. Now to Messamon. And Messamon is fouled, misses the shot, and she's probably kicking herself because she thinks she should have made the basket and had a chance to tie it.
And you know, I mentioned a little bit, I just think coming down this last 2:44 left in this game, it's going to come down to one who wants it more, but it also might come down to experience and poise. And maybe Belgium has the edge over Slovenia, but maybe also they have the nerves because they are the ones who probably should advance. You know, if we're just looking at the last couple of years and what both these two teams have done, absolutely. You know, people were talking about Belgium being on the podium this year.
Here's Oblak. She drives in. And the ball goes out of bounds. In fairness to Slovenia, they faced some adversity today, and they have been hanging tough. And here they are with a 1-point lead and possession. Resets, inbounds it to Evans, who hands it off to Baric. Now it's Oblak. Gets it back to Evans. He goes to Prezel, who can shoot it. And Messamon, who else, grabs the rebound. Calling the play, Messamon. Now Delard. Mestag. Hits the cutter. Aleman missed the layup. And it looked like she was put off her shot there by the presence of Lisets.
Yeah, you know, I've talked about how I think Slovenia has definitely missed opportunities, some missed layups, some missed shots, but I could say the same about Belgium, and that's a perfect example.
So here's Lisets, guarded by Rahman. She's going to go in. She's going to score. No, she's going to miss it. Slovenia, though, hustle and get the ball back to Evans. Terrific effort by Oblak.
For me right there, that was who wants it more, and Oblak's the one who came up with it. And that plays like that could be the decider.
And now Baric is tripped up. And Belgium already over the limit, so Slovenia going to the line. Belgium could not have asked for a better opportunity to score at the other end, but Aleman missed the layup. And now Baric, who's missed some free throws in this tournament, misses another one.
Baric, she hasn't shot a whole lot in this tournament, but she is only shooting 58% from the free throw line in the tournament. So that's something that Belgium knows. And if this game comes down to the wire like it is right now, maybe you go ahead and foul her and you put the pressure on her to score. She
made one of two to take it to a 2-point lead. And now traveling is called on Messamon, and she has just thrown the ball over in frustration over the back. She needs to be careful. She doesn't want to.
You'll see some turnovers.
14-7. She was flirting with disaster there. Messamon talking about composure.
Still a lot of time left in this game. It's only a 2-point lead for Slovenia. I mean, a minute 15 is forever.
Well, they get it to Evans, though, and will not go down. Belgium riding their luck again.
And
over to Mestag now. Mestag bumped by Prezel. So Slovenia have now committed 4 fouls. Any more will put Belgium on the line.
And I wonder, going into this game, both these teams had an off day yesterday. Were they telling themselves, was Slovenia telling themselves, you know what, we can kind of be that fairy tale team that made a run like Belgium did in 2017?
They certainly bounced back from a dismal performance against Italy. Rahman over to Aleman for 3! Belgium go back in front.
And you know what? That was great defense by Slovenia. It is exactly what Coach asks for. It's what they've been doing all game. And wow, does she just step up. And she didn't even hesitate. And that's what I love. The other few times that I think she's missed open shots is because she's hesitated. And that's a big 3. I mean, you're up 1, 48 seconds left. Both teams are going to be in bonus in the next foul. She has 25 points, Jeff. This is a woman who averaged just over 7 points last year in the World Cup.
Then we switch.
8 points, because she was averaging over 8 assists at the World Cup also, but she doesn't look for herself. She really, you know, she's more of a distributor, more of a pass-first point guard, and I think Slovenia have had a good defensive plan. They've kind of said, hey, Belgium, can you beat us with only Julie Alba? We're going to guard Mestag, we're going to guard Messman. Here you see some shooting percentages by both teams, and I guess we'll find out if Belgium can pull this off. There you go, 19 assists, 14 turnovers, only 7 turnovers by Slovenia. They did a great job protecting the ball tonight.
What a great shot. I don't know if you saw Damir Grgic yelling at the end of that timeout, now is the time. And boy, did he get a reaction from his team. But those are the numbers from Alemán, who has just basically carried Belgium tonight.
I'm not sure she has ever shot 19 times in her life. She's going to have to put some ice on that right shooting shoulder of hers later.
Well, Oblak has it. What play have they called in the timeout? It's to dump it back to Evans. Prezel gets on the baseline. Mestag. Lisa, it's called for foul. And
Mestag is going to the line, and she is not the person that you want to put on the free throw line, Jeff. And you know what? That's a tough call. I mean, Prezel was just being aggressive. Here we get to take a look. It's kind of a scramble. I mean, that was a quick foul call, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think Mestag did a good job of
turning.
Yeah, exactly. So. And you know, I kind of feel for Slovenia a little bit.
Lost their best,
there we go.
Their best shooter,
best
Prezel.
Jump shooter, Prezel. One of the most consistent players on this team for them in this tournament. Wow, I mean, the last few possessions offensively for Slovenia, they have had great looks. Great looks.
Can you believe the great free throw shooter, the Mestag? You have given her the commentator's curse.
She's shot over 80% for them here in this tournament.
She makes 1 of 2, though. It takes it up to a 2-point lead. Will Slovenia look for a 2, or might they take a 3 if they're open?
You know, I think you're going to go for a 2-pointer. You're going to use a little bit of the clock, but not too much, because you also want to be able to have an opportunity if you need to score.
Oblak gets it inside, misses. Lisets gets it back. Belgium battle for the ball. And they can review it if they thought it went off of Belgium in this situation.
I mean,
I thought it looked like it went off Belgium, but it might be our angle. Watch this.
You know what? No one's complaining. Oh, yeah.
Oh, no, it went off Lisets. You're right.
And
right at the end.
another great attack, aggressive look by Oblak.
Get it to go down.
We've seen Oblak miss in the last minute. We've seen Evans have a great post move miss. We've seen Lisets miss in the last minute. I mean, they've had opportunities, Jeff.
Let's listen to Mestag as he talks to his players. See what he's going to do. See the rebounding numbers.
And we go in our hands. So they're going to think that we're going to work to get open camp. I have Emma. Shirley, you give in the ball. Right? You give in the ball. Right? We go. Fake. You come into the ball. They will make immediately a foul. If not, Shirley go in the handle. Right? And after we play. Okay? Jana, you come up. You set the screen. Right? And we have, this is our regular hand.
Yeah, so you heard Coach Mestag there. There you see fast break points, 17-9 for Slovenia. They do have to foul, Slovenia do, but you know, right away what you're going to try and do is you're going to try and go for that quick steal on the inbounds. Like those of you who watched Serbia against Belgium.
Yep.
You go for a steal first, and then if you don't get the steal, you go for a quick foul. But be careful, because you and I just have our unsportsmanlike foul manuals in front of us that we were kindly given by the referees. So you got to go for the ball.
Just to reconfirm what we already knew. There you go. Oh, and that was an unsportsmanlike. Prochel grabbed Messamon's jersey from behind, and that might just have done it for Slovenia's chances.
And
watch right.
Take a look.
She's going to catch it, and then if she turns, she gets it with the left arm. Look at that. See that? It's an easy call for the referee.
Clearly, she grabbed the jersey, and you know what? It wasn't even that hard.
Easy. Oh, clear.
11. Clear. Unsportsmanlike foul.
And you know, how many times have we seen that in critical situations? We can talk about 2017.
Oh boy, you feel bad for Slovenia, but you know what? You have to learn how to lose before you win. The last Eurobasket, they weren't able to get out of that first group phase. At least this time, they've made it to the qualification for the quarterfinals. I think what hurts in this one is they probably had a chance to win this one, numerous chances, and they have not taken advantage.
I think they have. It's still not over. It's a 2-possession game. It's only a 4-point game. You got to get a steal here. You got to get a quick
2 seconds. Yep.
You got to get a steal.
Hashtag has it, and she was bumped by Lisa.
And they let 4 seconds, just under 4 seconds, get off the clock, and it's too much time. I mean, I think Lisette should have fouled Messman when Messman got the inbounds pass, but you know what? They were intimidated, and they were worried about not getting an anti-sportsmanship foul. An unsportsmanship foul call against them because it had just happened.
Spit it up. Come on.
I'm mixing some French into that. And you put one of the best free throw shooters in this tournament to the line. You're down 4, 6.7 seconds.
If you are Belgium in this situation, you just don't foul. You don't foul.
Oh, absolutely not. You don't even take a risk. You know what? If they want to shoot a 3, if they want to shoot a layup, whatever they want to do, you let them do it because I just got to stop talking when she shoots free throws.
You even give them a layup. You don't challenge.
No. You don't want to obvious timeout here by Slovenia so they can advance the ball.
Look at the Cats. The Cats. Hey, no problem, Belgium. You had it all along. You had it in the bag from the very beginning. Not so fast. This is going to be their second win if they can hold on. And you know what? It's been a worrying performance. I'm sure that they feel like they've gotten away with one tonight.
I think this Belgium team, after the last 2 games, you saw that kind of last-second loss to Serbia. Here you see points in the paint, slow advantage for Slovenia, which also surprises me. So if Belgium advanced, Jeff, they've had 2 incredibly tough games in a row. They must be mentally and physically fatigued. It is an off day here in Belgrade, Serbia before the quarterfinals.
Yeah, I mean, you have to tip your hat to Belgium because they have had to come back and play good basketball in this game. But there is no question about it. They've gotten away with one tonight because Slovenia had them on the ropes if they make a lot of their shots. I mean, if they make just a couple more shots, how many misses have we seen? Belgium has missed a couple of layups themselves. So
it's tough because anything is possible. It's still only a 2-possession game. They have to get a very, very quick score here. I mean, I'm talking the score right off the bat. It has to be almost a catch and shoot from the out of bounds.
Well, they advance the ball. And why do you foul her? This is exactly what I'm talking about, Shona. You know the situation. You don't challenge the shooter.
No, it doesn't matter if you win by 1 point, 2 points, 3 points, 4 or 5. And it's a 3. And they're going to review and they're going to make sure that how much time is left. And I said, Slovenia needs to go and take a shot right out of the inbounds. No dribble, no nothing, no attack. And that's exactly what they did. And you know what? If I'm Mestag, you just let that happen. You let that shot go.
We saw it in a game when Slovenia played.
Can we have another camera?
You and I had the opportunity to talk to one of the head referees here in this tournament before the game. You have to be able to let a player land in their shooting zone. And we've seen a few fouls you and I have in Group C and Group play. Mestag didn't let Baric land in where she jumped from. So it's just pointless. It's a pointless foul.
If she makes 2 here, then she can potentially miss the 3rd and they could try to pick it out for a 3.
How many times have we seen that?
But the bottom line is you have to know the situation. And boy, that is the one that she did not want to
No,
miss.
I mean, you had to make your first two, like you said, possibly miss your third.
Now they need to make both of these and then get a steal, and if not, put them on the line. But again, we saw Hungary, late in their game against Slovenia, almost fouled. It looked to me like Rakshani almost fouled the shooter. But if she had made it, would have been a 4-point play. And I know that I'm sure that Mestak must have said, "Listen, let's don't go out and don't foul."
Coach Mestak, absolutely. And then I think all the players went out and said, "You know what? No matter what, don't foul." And for kind of a veteran and a leader on your team,
that's surprising.
Yes.
And maybe this is kind of symbolic of their women's Eurobasket so far. Let's listen as you look at the three-point shooting and the field goal percentages.
Sprint out. Have to pick the pick and go out.
Oh wait, I think we're hearing Damir Grgic.
Into a foul. They go in the foul.
Alex win.
We're about 15 points.
Making some substitutions here. Because keep in mind, Baric and Oblak both have 4 fouls.
Imaju oni 2 penala. Probi sekal čugo će se da.
You're down 3. You need to go for a steal or a very quick foul. And sure enough, we have Oblak and Baric on the bench.
It's not out of the realm of possibility. If you remember Serbia, they get in this exact same spot, stole the inbounds pass and went down.
Yeah.
But obviously they would have to pull up for a three-pointer.
I can't imagine Belgium making that same kind of mistake again.
This time they do get the ball in bounds.
And
3.7 seconds remaining. And if she makes this one,
I mean, Messima is a 88% free throw shooter also. So basically, I'm going to have to bet if she makes 1 or 2 here.
if I'm Coach Mestak, I bring all of my players to the other end of the court and say, just stand there with your hands down. Don't do anything. It looks more and more like we're going to watch Belgium in the quarterfinal against France. And that's going to be a tasty one. Second one is good. So back to a 5-point lead. It's been a great, well, it's been an interesting tournament. Some positive signs from Slovenia, but couldn't quite get the job done today. And Belgium somehow, some way, have avoided crashing out of the competition in the qualification round for the quarterfinals. They advance with a 72-67 win over Slovenia. Well, they are relieved in the stats, 38% shooting. That should be much higher, really, for Slovenia. 18% from three-point range. Belgium ended about rebounding in 40-31. And Belgium won despite the 14 turnovers. And here's something that we haven't said. It's kind of a sign of a good team that you can win ugly and win even when you're not at your best. And with Alamon with 25 points, Mestak, I guess that was Kim Mestak with the 11 rebounds. Alamon with 5 assists. Also had the blocks, also the 5 turnovers.
I mean, really, Jeff, I hurt a little bit for Slovenia because I thought they put together a great game plan and they were able to execute it defensively, offensively. They missed a few shots all game long, but especially down at the stretch, but they were excellent looks. And really hats off to the coaching staff and the team to be able to execute that kind of a game plan because they frustrated Belgium. I mean, this was a Belgium team that played a different style and they were forced to play a different style that they are not it's not to their advantage to play like that. So, and you know, one of the best players, if not the best player in this tournament, Emma Messiman, she's been shooting 60% from the field. They forced her to shoot 40% from the field this game. She had 5 very uncharacteristic turnovers. So, I mean, Slovenia did absolutely everything they could have done.
Well, it was, you know, it's back to the drawing board for Slovenia. And I think they will know that they have to play better if they're going to be successful.
And then, you know, just looking forward a little bit, we know that Belgium is going to meet up with France, who were here watching this game, in the quarterfinals.
So they've probably learned a few things. It is interesting that even on a bad day, Emma Messiman comes up with 18 points and 9 rebounds and 5 assists.
Yeah,
So.
and that's one of her bad days. So it just tells you really how good she is. And you know, we could talk about Julie Alleman. Really, that was Slovenia's game plan. They said, you know what, let's make her shoot, let's make her beat us. And
I just think
guess
more
what,
than,
that 3,
yeah.
that put them up finally, going into, I think there was, what, 45 seconds left? Almost. I don't want to say sealed it because there were other great looks, but really, here you can see that 3 right here. It was a huge shot, probably one of the biggest shots of her life. She's made big assists throughout her very young and short career with the senior team so far, but that shot was, you know, she's stepping up and she's taking responsibility and showing people that, you know what, you also have to guard me.
She's showing I am as good as you thought I was. I just had a bad few days. And I think really the main thing for this Slovenia team more than anything is